It seems like the web dev industry is currently flooded with aspiring developers, making it incredibly challenging for newcomers or junior developers to break in. But why is that? Well, during COVID, as the demand for websites and applications skyrocketed, so did the number of people wanting to build them, and more number of people leads to more competition. But unfortunately, since last year, the job market was hit by recession, reducing the number of jobs or causing companies to hire less frequently. And despite the declining number of jobs, the number of people looking for them remained the same, higher than ever. And that's what led to extreme competition, making the web dev market overcrowded, ultimately giving birth to a survival of the fittest like scenario. So just learning the basics from platforms like Udemy or attending boot camps might not be enough to secure your dream job now. The market is evolving, and so should your approach. Well, let's take a step back and try to briefly understand how companies operate when it comes to hiring. So first of all, they put up a job poster on different websites like LinkedIn, Cutshort, and so on. Now, due to the current overcrowded nature of the web dev market, as soon as a job poster is posted, that specific job role is bombarded with hundreds or sometimes thousands of applicants within minutes. Now, if you're a company and your single job poster is getting so many applications for that specific job role, how would you decide whom to hire or just shortlist for an interview? Well, that's where your ability to stand out comes into the picture. But there is also the fact that in such cases, a senior developer with more experience usually bags the opportunity. But despite of that, you should always work on increasing your chances of getting shortlisted despite the odds, since otherwise, you would be left with only one option, and that's guaranteed rejection for sure. So how do you stand out against this tough competition and increase your chances? Well, your resume is the very first part of your interaction with the hiring manager. So you need to have a certain section in your resume that stands out or showcases your experience in an impressive manner. Yes, even as a junior developer or one with no experience, you can stand out by showcasing experience in your resume. But how? Well, there are a few ways. You could start by building some sort of unique projects or web application that you think solves a particular issue. Basically, instead of just focusing on coding, adopt a marketing and coaching mindset. Understand your audience, create content that adds value, and mentor others. Businesses would love to hire you if they find out you not only just code, but also have a product-driven mindset. It's not just about writing lines of code. It's about solving problems and adding real value to businesses and users. Apart from that, you could also look into freelancing, internships, and contributing to open source projects. So all of these could potentially give you an edge over the many other applicants applying to the same job role. But the thing is, many people nowadays build the same e-commerce clone or Netflix clone and so on. Those are great too, because it shows your knowledge. But in a scenario where most applicants share a similar resume, does it really help you stand out irrespective of your in-depth knowledge? It doesn't. So you need to go beyond the basics. Once you have understood the fundamentals of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is really important, then diving into more advanced concepts becomes easier. I know it may seem like all of this is too much, but that's how the job market has always functioned since time immemorial. Every year or two, there's a new standard of being a suitable candidate that gets put into place, and the old standard gets saturated. A few years ago, going through Udemy courses and boot camps was the golden standard. But now, because too many people are doing the same, it has become saturated. And the new standard lies in going through the previous standards as well as adding your bit of uniqueness to it. So Udemy and bootcamps are extremely important as usual, but you must also add more to that in order to stand out further due to the current shift in the job market. So apart from just coding, start to indulge in other activities such as building real-world products, embracing a marketing and coaching mindset, continually improving your skills, freelancing, internships, networking, teaching, open source, sharing your knowledge by writing engineering blogs, and so on. Remember, it's not just about being a coder, it's about being a problem solver and a value creator. So that's all for the video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.